Come to think of it, maybe it's because America had such a good week on the track that has got to be like crazy pissed off. If I really close my eyes and think about it, they performed really well across the board. Like, welcome back to another one, Trackies. You know, we're always excited to see you when Omar Mcleod hits the track for us. And we got a chance to see him in action this week at the New Mexico Classic, racing in the 60-meter indoor hurdles. Now, Trackies, he finished second in the finals, running 7.61. And I know this is not a time this is no this time is nothing to write home about. What track is? I want to take a positive spin to this time.
Oh,
Sometimes when you
really? You've become positive now?
yes, because this is how I see it when it relates to as it relates to Omar. When you have hit rock bottom, there's no way what's up. And Trackis, he has had a rough past few years. Things, personal things happening in his life. Then on the track, just other things, changing camps. So much has been going on. And finally, he has come full circle to where we saw him at his best. We spoke about this in another video, but he's back home at Arkansas training. And that's where the Omar Mcleod glory really started. And so within the space of a year and a half to 2 years, he had the world indoor championships, the world championships, and the Olympics, all black, catapulting from his time at Arkansas. And then he moved around to a few camps here and there, several camps, in fact, several clubs, changed sponsorships and all of that. And then now he's back at Arkansas. So in an earlier video, when he moved back to Arkansas, T and I were saying that, expect that no, he's going to settle down now. And we expect that it will be up, it will be just progress from this point. It was a bit disappointing, yes, to see him run 7.61. It was a struggle race, I must say. He did not look like an Olympic champion or world champion or any type of champion for that matter. And but I thought to myself, this is literally, even when Omar was knocking on hurdles and doing all types of things, this is literally the worst I have seen him look. And I thought to myself, Mr. Smooth, whatever his name used to be. And I thought to myself, if where he's at now, this is the building block stage. There's no way but up for him. So I just decided, you know what? Let me think about this positively. And given that he's in this shape, and that means he'll know what he'll have to do. It's groundwork, basic work to get himself ready for the competitive Jamaica senior trials coming up later in summer. So it's just uphill from here. So for me, I just wish him the best, and I'm looking forward to see what progress he can build in his races leading up to the championships. T, were you shocked by that performance? And by shocked, I mean, what the heck was going
No,
on?
no, I was expecting better, obviously, but shocked, no, because it's the same thing that the same issue that he's been having since I think around 2019, that he's still having right now. I don't want to kick a man when he's down, obviously. So let me just say that first. But with that said, you touched on something where you talked about the Mr. Smooth Omar. That's the vibe I got watching this race. Like what went wrong? Like what technically went wrong to cause the man that was formerly known as Mr. Smooth. I think if I'm not mistaken, because I've watched that race so many times, I watch races a lot. And I remember in the commentary of the Olympic finals, I think it was either Olympics or World Championships. I remember the commentators saying he didn't hit one hurdle. He was so smooth and crisp, you know, and things were happening around him. Hurdles were falling left and right, and he was the only. I think it was the Olympics. He was the only one that had all of his hurdles standing, at the end of that race. And I just thought I just got really somber, and I thought, what happened, like what went wrong for you to be technically this thrown off, like his shoulders were still hunched, like he's still going through something where he's just tight. And then the each time clearing a hurdle, there's this weird, awkward rock back that is pushing him backwards, kind of thing. So we know he has a speed throughout the hurdles. So the speed throughout his hurdles is what is keeping him on par with the athletes in this particular race. But technically, he was just a mess. And that's not the Omar I know, and that's not the Omar I want to see the Omar of old come back. And it's not just necessarily for me per se because I love track and I want to see him do good, but I want to see him do good for him because I know, he was this good and I just don't know what happened. And meanwhile, I'm watching Grant Holloway. Mind you, he still has the same issue as well, where he gets out and he's flying and leaving everybody, and then starts to lose momentum, which everybody does. But it just looks so weird for Grant because he's so far ahead, and it like it just a sudden just decrease, whoop, kind of thing. But running a world lead, running what was that, 7.37 or something world lead. Um, Omar's personal best is 7.41. That's ridiculously fast. I want to see the Omar of old. Omar is still very young, especially in track and field. And they say especially in technical events, you tend to get better as you go older. So I just want to see Omar come back. Oh my! I just want to see him come back. I love him to death, and I just want to see him come back. This race for me was not a shock, but I'm disappointed because I thought I would see some improvement, not necessarily time wise, but because especially if you're gearing towards outdoor, you don't really care about indoors. I was looking at his technicalities over the hurdles to see if that little issue that he was experiencing, if it would get better, or if it had gotten better any. It didn't look like it got better any, and that for me was like, oh, please, somebody help him, kind of thing. But anyway, I don't want to sound too somber, but that was my vibe.
Yes, track is definitely sobering, as Steve said, uh, relating to Omar's race. But we have faith in our Jamaican athletes, and we believe that all of them, and Omar especially, is super talented, and we believe that he can pull through. And we hope that he's in the right place and space, and that this Arkansas, moving back to Arkansas, was the best decision for his career. Trackers, tell us what you think in the comment section below. Is Omar done for? On a tired to hear about him? Time to move on to the next? Or
Never kick a man when he's down.
Or I mean, he could just retire. Or should we rally behind him and support his struggle back to the top? Let us know
You
your
say
thoughts.
some things.
Let us know. You said kick him when he's done. I just presented that there's the option to retire.
No,
If
I
you
said never kick him when he's down.
right, and I said right, but he could just retire. Then nobody will need to kick him. Anyway, track is let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. What should Omar do with himself?
Jackie's Tom is very mean in this entire recording section here this week. I don't know what's happening with her. But
Oh
sound off,
my
do you like this version of Tom, or do you want her to get back to her nice calm self and me being the brash one?
Actually, you know that come to think of it, maybe it's because America had such a good week on the track that has got to be like crazy pissed off. If I really close my eyes and think about it, they performed really well across the board. Like every single American that hit the track this week did exceedingly well. So it could be that.
Yeah, it could be that. This was a really bad weekend for the seniors, or Jamaican seniors. It wasn't such a hot weekend at all. That's for sure. So, yeah, but you know what? It's so funny. It's a race. It's just one moment in time, and it I think for the most part it doesn't really mean much for, especially for Jamaicans. So yeah, get back to the old time.
Okay, trackies. What are your thoughts in the comment section below? I'm with Amor. I am. Let us know. I'm Tam.
And I'm T.
We'll catch you in another one.